The Phillies lost, the Eagles lost.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's no, I'm
Just forewarn you, hon, you're kind of close. She might.
Here he is.
Whack out either by a mistake or I don't know.
Gentlemen, ladies, and Sharks. This is I've been here for 20-some years. I think it's the first year we have a shark. Can we have a round of applause for the shark right here? Again, my name is Dennis Owens of ABC 27, and this morning I am powered by pierogies. We have Andrea and Tiffany over there. I want to give them a shout out. Thanks, guys. They're delicious, but there's a whole food row, as Ken was just saying, and avail yourself of that. And we'd appreciate dropping a donation as well. But thank you all so much for being here. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. It's been a tough week. If you're a fan in Pennsylvania, a sports fan, Penn State inexplicably loses a game to a team that was previously winless out in Southern California. 1 week ago today, I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I have now been here 32 years, so I quickly realized I'm here more than half my life. So I guess I'm from here now, but I love the Philadelphia sports teams. 1 week ago today, Philadelphia Eagles were 4-0 and on their way to the Super Bowl. The Philadelphia Phillies had not yet played a playoff game 1 week ago today and were on their way to a World Series championship. 1 week later, the Phillies are all done, and the Philadelphia Eagles look like they don't know how to play football. At 4-2, in less than a week, they've lost 2 games. I want to feed myself to this shark, Philadelphia fans. But we quickly realize when we get here that those are trivial matters, really. Those aren't the important things. The important things are what is happening here today. Both my sister-in-law and brother are cancer survivors. And my brother would like to say, he would always say to me, well, we all have lots of problems, right? The dishwasher broke. The job is ticking me off. I'm not making enough money. Or my wife or my husband is a pain in the neck. The kids are whining. We all have a million problems until you get that phone call that says you have cancer. Then you have one problem. And that is true. That is true. Although I do want to amend that statement a little bit, because for so many of us in this community dealing with cancer, and it is an absolute fact that additional stress takes a physical toll on all of us. And that is why all of us are here today. We are making a difference in the lives of our family and our friends and our loved ones who have gotten that diagnosis. So how does that work? Well, my good friend Mickey Minnick, who was a tour de force when he ran, well, he's been a tour de force his whole life. But he was a tour de force when he ran the Big 33, and that's where I got to know him. And we took that football game from kind of a regional thing that most people didn't know about to a national event that was on across the country. And the reason for that was Mickey Minnick. He was a driving force. He was also an outstanding football coach. When he left that, and his wife, Vickie, gets cancer, and he brings passion and drive and heart to everything he does, he recognized, the first time he gave a donation, she passed away from cancer, he gives a donation, wants to do something in her name, but recognized, wait a minute, there are people getting these diagnoses, and they're still having to pay all their bills, which is added stress. Why don't I try to help those people? And that wonderful, beautiful, terrific, but small idea at the time has grown into again, a tour de force in this community. As you walk today, there's a number of names all along there, in memory of, all those names. Multiply that by dozens and dozens, and that's the number of people, hundreds, dare I say, that's the number of people Mickey has helped through the years. This is the 23rd walk. In the 23 years he had raised $5 million. We got a round of applause for that. This year, $500,000. And here's, well, I'm going to use the word beauty a lot, because here's another of the beauties. Every single dollar that we are out here raising today and through the year, every dollar you are raising goes to the cause. Let me say that again. Every single dollar you are raising goes to the cause. Go look up charities and see how well they do. They're all doing great work. I don't mean to impugn anyone. But it's a big deal in the charity world. How much are you giving and how much is overhead? Because we have wonderful sponsors, which we'll talk about, who pay for the overhead costs, every single dollar you are raising is going to the outstanding cause. You're raising your hand, and I'm going to pretend I'm a teacher. Did you have something you wanted to say?
Praising God for these workers.
Yes, praise God for the workers. Agreed. Now, I do want to say, so anyway, $500,000 this year alone, all of the money goes to that cause. I am a political reporter, as some of you may know. These are fun times, just like being a Philadelphia sports fan. Federal government shut down, state doesn't have a budget. Wonderful times. And the fact of the matter is, we need look no further than the headlines. Unfortunately, I get to sit and talk about it almost every day. We are politically and partisanly divided. There is anger, there is frustration, there's violence in our nation. That's just that is the situation, which is why I am so thrilled to be here today and hope that you feel today that the one thing that Republicans and Democrats and independents and those that say, I don't give a shit about politics, can agree on, is that cancer's a problem. People who are dealing with it need help, and we're going to help them. Those are the things we're here for today, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us all together, right? Woo! And finding those areas where we can come together as a community and help others who need the help, knowing that very likely, if not already, people that we know, people that we love, people that we work with are going to need the help. That is the nature of cancer. It does not stop. So Vickie does not stop.
You don't stop.
I've been told that. Come on up here a minute.
Remind me of my backside a little bit.
You okay?
I'm good.
So I just want to tell you quickly, because Tuesday's the big day. They spend hours and talking about cancer not stopping. Tuesdays is when you get the calls, right?
That is correct. We call like 10 families every Tuesday.
And the need doesn't stop. Tell us about the need and where all geographically we operate in.
Well, you know, cancer never takes a day off. And we don't either. So we do 9 counties. When we started 23 years ago, we did the entire state. I got Philly and Pittsburgh spent so much time. But right now we do 9 counties. And we're simple. We're the beacon of hope. You get cancer, you're in active treatment, chemo, radiation, surgery, come to us. The key thing we want to do better is the awareness. I hear some people, I wish I would have done without you. So any way that we can have a better awareness in our 9 counties, have cancer, can't work, active treatment, come to us, and here's what we do, Dennis. We call you within a week, 2 weeks, so we don't play around. So we're so blessed. God has our back.
Yes, he does. And thank God he has your back. So, and the idea is, just like everybody's cancer diagnosis is unique, everybody's need is unique. And so you have a team of people that test them out or whatever, check the finances, make sure their cancer diagnosis is what it is, and then you help.
Yeah, we're very legitimate. We make sure that we have an application, check their taxes, their bank statements, and then from the doctor, yes, the statement they are in active treatment. So once we have that, I tell you what, we do our best to help them 100%.
Okay, so we're all united. We're all united in wanting to fight cancer and help those who haven't and been diagnosed. Sometimes we need somebody to lead us, and that has been you. So thank you for that.
But Dennis, we have so many great volunteers that help us so much. It's just like I could go around and name them. So we're just so blessed to enhance our mission. We're that beacon of hope. I can't say that enough. So, you know, anybody in active treatment, have them call us. We're their beacon of hope.
And I was going to say, he's kind of the wind beneath the sail, but the fact of the matter is, it is all of you who are lifting him up and allowing him to do what he does. So, and that's a long, circuitous way of just saying thank you all for being here. Know you are making a difference in the lives of people. And I got to tell you, I'm loving the shark. The shark I got to get to the bottom of the shark in a minute. But yeah, I've never interviewed a shark. Yeah, a lady. Oh, there's lots of lady sharks out there, but that's another story. Anyway, yeah, I want to get to the bottom of that. Does that say Trinity?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it Trinity High School?
Trinity Youth. Trinity
Oh,
Youth.
Trinity Youth.
Cumberland.
Very nice. Very nice.
Woo!
Thank you for being here, Trinity Youth and the shark. Did you just happen to have a shark costume hanging around? All right. Where are we at here? We got to bring up. We got to bring up Joan Chapman, right? We're going to do some check presentations. And Joan Chapman, PA Cancer Specialist Research Institute. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I do a lot of these events. This is my favorite event of the year, and you're going to find out why in the next. As this program unfolds, you're going to realize, A, how blessed you are, B, how blessed we all are to have this organization in our community, and as people tell us their stories. But Joan, are you with us? Are you here today? Is Joan here with a check presentation? Okay. Todd Swope? Okay. Well, PA Cancer Specialist and Bobby Ray Hall Toyota, can we have a round of applause for them because they have done great work. You want to say a few words about that?
So, the last 2 years, donated $50,000 every year. It's amazing. Yeah, and then the other year, Bobby Ray Hall, they donate $10,000 for 10 years in a row. So really, here's what's good about it. All that money stays local, so if anybody wants to donate, I'll go visit them and talk to them about our mission. That is.
And if you donate more, he won't come visit. So, right here, we're going to bring up, well, why don't we do the new Cumberland welcome from Mayor Joan Ernie. She is here. I know that. Mayor Joan Ernie, who is always with us. Thank you so much for being here again. The mayor of this outstanding town. Borough.
It is such an honor to have New Cumberland host Vickie's Angel Walk, and we really treasure the opportunity to have Vickie as part of our community. There is, as Dennis has indicated, there is no one like Vickie. We can call him at any time with any kind of a problem, and if we have someone who needs help, who has a diagnosis of cancer, who needs housing, who needs food, who needs shelter, there is never a time that I call Vickie and he doesn't say, I'm here. What do you need? What can I do for you? And it's really that precious, precious compassion and love for people that is so amazing that we have, and we're pleased to be here. Welcome to New Cumberland. Welcome to our park. It's a wonderful town and borough to be in. And Dennis, I feel your pain. I'm a Phillies fan. So anyway, have a wonderful walk. Have a great day. I do want to shout out to my ladies, readers, walkers, and talker group who are here today. So thank you much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. Dennis?
Readers, walkers, and talkers. I know which one of those I do more. And it's not reading and walking. By the way, we do have families representing faith, hope, and love, and we'd like to ask them to come to the stage as we prepare for that. Lorraine Mena, Angelique Nelson, and Patrick and Carrie Herr. If you could come on up, because we're going to hear from them in just a moment.
We can do that.
D'Souza Brown, chicken barbecue. Well, let's bring them up. Lonnie Green of D'Souza Brown. Lonnie, come on up here. And again, we'd like those families to make their way towards the stage. Lonnie Green of D'Souza Brown.
My back's bothering me a little bit. Is she so?
There we go. You want to say a few words?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. This is such a special event for us. We've had some struggles within our company and our families and things like that, as everyone has. And we just want to do whatever we can for those families, whatever their needs are. We like to meet those needs. and we just enjoy our time together. And we just want to bless you guys with the check for $11,000.
Lonnie Green, thank you so much.
In 3 years, we did almost $30,000.
Amazing.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Next up, Ken Wynn and Madeline Snyder of Cancer Care Associates of York. And again, we do like to get geographically around the area, and that's folks in York. Cancer Care Associates, Madeline. Wearing the pink t-shirt.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Madeline. I'm with our administrative team at Cancer Care. So I've always been on the operation side of things, but let me just tell you, our clinical staff, our physicians, across the board, whether it's our reception, secretarial team, to our medical assistants, our nurses, they just show up every day and just really care for our patients. They talk with them, they sympathize with them, they get to know their families. I mean, it's really just a journey, and it's something that you can't teach. It's really our culture now, and they all they inspire me every day. We love working with Vickie's Angels. We have our financial assistants, individuals who work with Vickie's Angels all the time. We keep trying to support our patients, by whatever means necessary, and we love their mission, and we continue to incorporate it in ours. So, very blessed.
They donated $10,000. They donated $10,000.
They donated $10,000. That's what we call in our business burying the lead. They donated $10,000. Thank you very much. We have a round of applause for that.
Woo!
Sarah Garcia, Patsy Supply. Sarah.
Give Sarah a round of applause.
See you, Patsy Supply.
I forgot to bring the big check this morning. But we did donate the money, so.
Yes.
The check is in the bank. So this year, we have a company-sponsored donation of $5,000. And we also were able to raise an additional $600 beyond that for our employees. So.
Woo!
Very thankful to be here, very thankful for this organization. And this is one I will support every single year.
Thank you very much. Sarah Garcia, Patsy Supply, or Team Patsy Supply. Angelique Nelson of Smile Builders. Angelique. Angelique Nelson, are you here? She's not here. She's right behind us. Come on up here. Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Smile Builders, tell us about that.
Smile Builders is a dental office located in Lancaster. So this is a team conspiracy. So this time I helped them coordinate security. I was out on surgery, so I did not get to get the big check. But they donated, and the check is in the bank. That's a little bit.
Very good. And you have the best smile in the world, by the way. You light the whole place up. Why don't we move, since she is one of the finalists, let's just move into that part of the program.
Oh,
okay?
Mickey,
and
there.
at this point, we like to recognize or at least have folks who are being helped, yes?
We do have one more group, the Cedar Cliff Junior Colts.
Cedar Cliff Junior Colts. Where are they? Come on up here. Oh, nice. A round of applause for the Cedar Cliff Junior Colts.
Woo!
Now are these the Junior Colts baseball? Very nice. Very nice. You're the coach? Tell us what you got going on here.
So these boys are a 12U baseball team, just finished their 12U year, and in July of this year we went down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee to play in a tournament, and Cancer's hit home with a couple of the families on our team. So the boys came up with an initiative called Hits to Beat Cancer, and they asked for a $2 donation per hit for every hit they had in the tournament, and I'm told this morning we've raised over $5,000.
Where did the Phillies get a hold of one of these guys? Because they had to come by this week. Tell us what that's like, how rewarding it is to see young folks getting involved at a granular level.
Yeah, these guys have played together since, most of them have played together since they were in T-ball, and it's just great. They came up with it on their own, no prodding from the parents or anything like that, and it's just great to see that they all love baseball, but they care about their families and their community too.
No better endorsement than that. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Good luck in your future baseball stuff.
Woo!
Philadelphia Phillies, that's the team I want you to think about. The Junior Colts, thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. That was awesome. I should come over here. Do we have anybody else we need to talk to? But no, I want to come over here real quick and just, I've never gotten to talk to a shark. But tell us, hang on, who's the spokesperson here for this group? The Shark. Tell us about your group. Now, somebody it's called the Trinity Youth. Tell us what you guys did. All right. So look, we don't expect sharks to be verbal. So, what are the ladies over here? Tell us what's going on.
This is our youth group at Trinity Church of New Cumberland, and we've been raising money for this cause. And our dear friend Riley decided that she was going to sponsor us well with her costume.
Very nice. You going to walk in that? Very good. I look forward to seeing that. Nobody's going to want to walk next to you. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, come on over.
Good job.
Team, come on. Really? Tell me your name.
Amy.
Why are we here? Tell us your experience with this organization.
Walking for a long time. My stepdad is very good friends with Vickie, and I live in Georgia, so he's our biggest donor, and so we just fill the need here since he can't walk, and we help increase his donation and support his cause. It's awesome.
It's Team Kamal?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. Round of applause for Team Kamal. So I'd like to, we'd like to do the various families that we have. Do we have all three? We only have two at the moment. Patrick, if you're here, come on up. But let's start it off with Lorraine Maynard. Where's Lorraine? Come on up. And these are, ladies and gentlemen, these are families that Vickie's Angel Walk is actively helping right now. They're in their journey, and we're all helping them in that journey. And this is to talk about, we do faith, hope, and love, and to talk about love, we have Lorraine Maynard.
Good morning, everyone. The first thing I want to do is just thank each and every one of you. You have no idea the impact that you do for those of us that are fighting cancer. You really don't. With cancer itself is the hardest part, but then when you have to deal with finances, I mean, I almost ended up in a car, almost homeless, because I couldn't work. I had stage 3 bladder cancer. I lost my bladder. They created a new one, but then that one also failed. And I just recently, I'm still recovering from having a new bladder put in again. Hopefully this one is it. But Vickie's Angels is definitely filled with love. All of you are a big part of why I'm standing here today. And I thank you so much, each and every one of you, for what you've done and what you continue to do, and please don't stop. There's a lot of us that still need you. Thank you. If it wasn't for Vickie's Angels, I don't know where I would be. When I got that diagnosis, I was in shock because I had no symptoms, nothing. I only went into the emergency room because I was in pain. I had abdominal pain. And when they did a scan, they found that I had a pear-sized tumor that had already gone through the bladder wall and was already starting to spread in other places. I had all of my abdominal lymph nodes taken out, and just recently I had to have my appendix, fallopian tubes, and a whole bunch of other things taken out, besides having another bladder put in. It's a struggle, but we learn to keep going, because that's all that we have. And we have people around us that love us. I have a son that's in the military, and thankfully when I was going through my chemo, he was able to be there with me through it. He was able to get leave, and he was able to be there with me every step of the way. And it's not easy, because cancer does so much to you, but the finances are the worst part, because then you're scared. When you don't have a job, you've got no income, you don't know where to go, and you don't know where to turn. It ended up being that a neighbor of mine dealt with Vickie's Angels because he ended up with colon cancer. And when he found out about what happened to me, he did reach out to me. And he said, call Vickie's Angels. And I called them, and they were more than willing to help me. And I thank you for it. Thank you, everybody.
Lorraine, we're going to have you release a dove here. He's right here. See, we got the bird coming in. Now, don't release it too close to the shark. Representing love, Lorraine Maynard. Dove. Lorraine Maynard, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Representing Faith, we have Angelique Nelson, who we just heard from a moment ago. Tell us about your story. And she has that's what we call $1 million smile right there.
Nick orthodontics. Good morning, everybody. I'm nervous, but Mr. Mickey said, I call him Pop Pop Mickey. And it's my Pop Pop. Some of you guys may have read my blog story on Vickie's Angels, but if you have not, again, I'm Angelique Nelson. I am also a 2-time suicide survivor. I am also a 3-time stillbirth mother. And all 3 of my children were back to back. So I fought this fight even though they're not here on earth. I fought for them. So Darren Damir Polk Jr., Caden Sakai Polk, and Nyla Jovisa Rose. Cancer did not run in my family. It took a day in the shower to realize something did not feel right. And I thought, it's just a boil. You know what a boil is? It goes away real quick. But this did not go away. I originally went to see my primary care physician, who told me, oh, you're so young, you're healthy, you're okay. It's just a fibroid, it's gonna go away. It in fact did not go away. It took for me to go get a second opinion with a lot of prayers. So I'm here for faith. Cancer is hard, and you would think, okay, you went through enough. I'm not even 30 yet. Let me say that. I'm close to 30, but I ain't 30. So it was already a long journey in itself. During this, I'm like, okay, I lost my children. I recovered from that. The suicide attempts, I recovered from that. Traumatic breakup, I was going through that. I recovered from that. So then it was like, God was like, okay, one more thing, hold up. You got cancer. So I found out I actually had cancer on Valentine's Day, which is a favorite day of the year. So I'm still trying to figure out why they didn't call me on Monday, but that's okay. I have just finished 8 cycles of chemotherapy, which is 22 infusions. And the hardest part about chemotherapy is the physical changes that you go through, especially not being 30 yet, you still have a long life to live, and you still got many plans. So my plans were put on hold. I just had surgery, so I had a complete response from chemotherapy, meaning I am now cancer-free.
Woo!
There was 5 suspicious lymph nodes that they thought, okay, they also may have cancer, but they came back that I did not have cancer in my lymph nodes. I just had surgery. I had a lumpectomy, and I also had a breast reduction. So talk about when you ask for prayers. I was praying for, smaller girls as a child. God answered that, not my way, his way, but it's okay. I'm thankful. But to get to why I'm here for Vickie's Angel, my social worker, Jenny Loner at UPMC, I hit a little bit of a roadblock. So I also have a mother who was a recovering addict that I also was taking care of, and a younger sister. So it's been a journey. I put my mom through rehab, and she made a full recovery. So that drained my pockets tremendously. But my mom is now sober. So I had to make the call to Vickie's Angel, and I was really nervous because, to me, I'm like, Angelique, just go to work, wake up, you'll be fine. There's other people who's going through worse than what you are, so just stick it through. But my social worker said, Angelique, just call. I'm very dramatic, so I was like, they're probably going to be like, girl, get up and go to work. So I called. And Mr. Mickey was so amazing. The committee was so amazing. And Mr. Mickey asked me every call, how do you do it? And I'm like, I just pray. I pray and I just be responsible. I try to be financially responsible. So to the young youth out here, save your money. Have an emergency fund, because you never know what life can throw at you. And especially for me, I had the most aggressive breast cancer you can get at 28. But I made a full recovery with lots of prayer. My church family was amazing. My family was amazing. Today I have my kid's father here, who's a support. He had to get up early. He is not a morning person. We were 3 minutes late because he needed his coffee. But it's just a good feeling to know that you can call. You can call somebody to help you, and I'm used to, as you guys heard, I had to do everything by myself since I was 14 years old. So to have the role that someone's helping me, that they care for you, getting cancer is hard, and they don't really talk about the mental and emotional things you're going to go through, the finances, and no matter how many times you call your electric company and they say, cancer, I'm struggling. And they're like, oh, okay, well, when are you going to make the payment? Did you just not hear what I said? Yeah. But to know, like, okay, it will be made. Vickie's Angel will make the foundation. Mr. Mickey caught me in a bond yesterday. He said, don't worry, I got you. I said, yeah, Mr. Mickey, I need you real quick. So he is so amazing. Again, this is my pop-pop. So y'all take care of Mr. Mickey. And to the other families who's fighting cancer, call them. They'll help you. To the young children who are going through depression and anxiety, talk to someone. You can call me. Talk to someone before it gets, to that point. And for the mothers who are suffering miscarriages and stillbirth, I have not yet to get another child, but I do have a child in love that I love dearly. So I'm praying that after I go through all of my treatments, I'm able to conceive and have a child. But if you're going through it, it gets better. Pray, keep your faith. God, I'm living in answered prayers, and you're probably like, Angelique, you just had cancer. I had a time at chemotherapy at UPMC Milton Cancer Center. Every Thursday I was there. It was karaoke no matter what time my appointment was, because I could not sit for elevator music for 6 hours. But it was an amazing time, and make the best of the journey. Fighting cancer is hard, but just every day life is a gift. So enjoy it. Take the trips that you're going on. Forgive the person that you're mad at. Love on who loves on you, but it does get better. And Vickie's Angel is that beacon hope to let you know, like, it will get better.
Woo!
to stay there to release a dove. Have you ever released a dove? Have you ever held a dove? It is the dove of faith. You just outlined the most difficult journey I think I have ever heard, and you're afraid of a dove? All right. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. And she does have a beautiful smile. Thank you so much. And representing Hope, Patrick Carey Herr. Oh, right behind us. He's here to talk about Hope. How are you? Thank you.
Make a difference.
You told me a million times, like, before I go into my little spiel, if you will, there's something I want to say. Obviously, we all know that cancer stinks. Anybody that's going through it, anybody that's going through it, nobody wants it. Everything, a lot of times, gets turned on to the cancer patients. Everything is about the cancer patient. Right now, something that needs to be said is, I want to recognize the caregivers. My wonderful wife is back here. My two kids are over here. What you have to realize is without the family, without my wife, I may not be here. Two kids, dad was down and out. She picked up all the pieces. My parents, my mother-in-law, helping out with the kids whenever they could. My kids, God bless them, without being asked, every time dad was unfortunately kneeling over the toilet, here's my kids, rubbing my back, putting a Gatorade beside dad, asking me what I need. So anybody, whether you're a wife, anybody, family that's helping with cancer, like, don't think that you go unnoticed. Because without the caregivers and without the family and the support of the family, there is nothing. That being said, obviously we talked about faith and we talked about love, and my message is hope. For me, when I was diagnosed, I was a driver for UPS for 19 years. Came home from work one night, rubbed my neck, and I was like, I'm tired, found a lump in my neck. At that point in time, I did the classic guy thing and said, it's just a cold, it's nothing, I'm going to work the next day. Next day went to work and realized that the lump had not gone away, it had actually gotten bigger. It developed probably about the size of a golf ball. Once I went and got my multiple tests, they noticed that beside that one was another one on the left side, and then he found a spot in my chest. I had Hodgkin's lymphoma. Like the other two that spoke before me, your world comes crashing down pretty fast when you get that phone call and get that notice. After that, they put me on they said, this guy's young, we think he can handle it. They put me on 4 of the harshest chemo drugs that they can physically give to a person. They wanted to knock it out of me as quick as possible. Went through 2 rounds, it went down 50% in size, and we thought I was going to be on the right path. Unfortunately, at that time, not my body did anything wrong, but my cancer decided it didn't want to even respond to the treatment anymore. So at that time, I was transferred from a normal Penn State office. I was transferred up to Penn State Cancer Institute up in Hershey. The doctor then approached me and said, I'm not here to scare you. We think the best possible outcome is a stem cell transplant. That being said, he was honest, and that's what you look for. They said, with that, we're going to put you on the brink of death, and we're going to bring you back to life. So they gave me 6 days a row of chemo, bottomed me out on all my numbers to the point where I wasn't allowed to leave my room. I was in there for 19 days, and developed a blood clot, unfortunately, on my right leg, so then there was another issue.
got when I got tested, or not tested I shouldn't say, but when they harvested my cells, they still, as a laughing joke, the guy calls me his record setter at Hershey, because he called me and he said, Mr. Herr, we needed 2 million healthy cells from you to just do your stem cell transplant. He said, we want you to know that you gave us 24 million. That being said, 12 million went back into me. The remaining 12, some were frozen in case I needed again, some were donated to science, and some are being given to somebody else that may not be able to use their own. So I just, end of August, I just turned 38. Officially, on the inside, as of October 2nd, I am only 1 year old. On Monday, I actually go back to Penn State, and I will finish getting my childhood shots all over again.
Oh, wow.
That being said, when I found out everything, I went to my job and I said, I printed out a monthly calendar, and I said, there's only 5 days a month I can't work due to treatment. Their response was, there's nothing we can do to work with you. I said, you can't give me an office job, an inside job, anything. No, there's nothing. At that point in time, the hope was all gone. This man here is hope. Everybody out here is hope. His organization is hope. It wasn't until we met our social worker in Penn State that she said, you need to reach out to Vickie's Angels. That's when Mickey and I got in touch with each other, and with your support and all the money you guys raised, Mickey and his organization, they helped to pay our mortgage, they helped to pay our car payment. They helped to pay our mortgage, they helped to pay our car payments, they helped us through it all. Without that, we would have had nothing. So that's where the beacon of hope came in. I can say officially as of February 17th, 2025, I'm in full remission.
Woo!
Thank you. I can say as of October 2nd, I'm 1 year old on the inside. I am a head coach for the Hempfield 12U Section 1 baseball team. We actually have a game today at 1:30, so I'm back doing what I love. I'm coaching both of my kids' baseball teams, but I want you guys to realize without you and without Mickey in this program, there is no hope. When you get that diagnosis, as the people before me have said, you don't have hope. You lose all hope. It's all gone. So I want to say thank you to Mickey personally. Thank you to all of you for all you have done. And, I'm glad to see that, we have some people here that are obviously still with us. Anybody that's gone through cancer, or going through it, we're so thankful that you're all here, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sherman. We have standing. He will be releasing the gun of hope. Yeah. There it is. The gun of hope. You sit there. Bring all the other families up here, too. Ladies and gentlemen, my kids will tell you, Dad, you talk too much. So I kind of talk for a living. In fact, my youngest son, I said, man, I got a busy day at work. And he just looked at me and said, all you do is talk. He's not completely wrong. My point is, these families that you just heard from are not everyday talkers, and some of them are reluctant talkers. But nobody can say better what this organization is all about than these beautiful families right here, and share with us, and thank you for sharing with us, exactly what Vickie's Angel Walk means, what this foundation means, and what your contributions to it mean. So can we have a round of applause for these awesome families?
Woo!
And in baseball world.
We love the round of applause. Let's give a round of applause for this man and this organization. All you guys here, thank you.
Go win the baseball game.
Yeah.
You're still playing. The Phillies aren't, so okay. At this time, we'd like to bring up, thank you guys. I'd like to bring up, or you can stay here too, because this is a cool moment as well. Barb Hawk and Christy Ward. I think Barb, I've been told, has the bell. Christy, you'll do the talking. Is that the way that's gonna go? And what we're going to do, well, you tell us what we're doing.
We're reading, I'm going to read, and Barb will ring a bell for the members of our Vickie's Angel Foundation family that we've lost over the last year. Melvin Elstrad, Christy Troxel, Louis Vasquez, Harold Rodriguez Torres, Sarah Ann Swope, Gary Diekman, Harold Fred Jorstad, Konstantinos Gus Canellos, Anthony Holland, our beloved Cammie Pip, Suzette Eberly, Skylar Souders, Ramon Piano, Deborah Weiss, Michael Etzweiler, Dennis Sheriff. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cancer does not stop, so we're not going to stop. We've got a walk to do. I would like to invite the 18 teams who registered early. Because they registered early, they're going to get to lead the walk. So I kind of want you to make your way over here. Remind you that 1 lap around the Borough Park is a mile. If you do the 2-mile version, that's up to 6th Street and back. Would like to remind you that the 24th annual Vickie's Angel Walk, God willing, will be held on Saturday, October 10th. It is always held the 2nd Saturday of October. At this time, I'd like to call on Reverend Aaron Andrews of Trinity Church of New Cumberland to give us a send-off prayer. Reverend Aaron.
We have today's who lost. We release our memory for them in memory of them. And so would you, Carol, go ahead and do this? Every name the family we lost is on that. And so special.
All right, folks, thank you for joining us on this Facebook Live. I'm going to make my way to the start of the walk, excuse me, where
What's so meaningful when you look
Mickey
at it,
will start the walk, as well as
people that you love.
our early registration teams. Thank you for joining us today. If you haven't had the chance to donate, please consider doing that. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.